This is a weird game, guys. That's all I'm saying. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit yourplaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. Really excited for this deck, but before we jump into this, just as a quick reminder, please make sure you subscribe. We do have a giveaway going on right now, so if you subscribe, you are actually entered to win. You can also join us over on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, or Discord. Links are all down below. If you subscribe on all those platforms, you have the best possible chance to win. If you just subscribe on one or just a couple of those, that's perfectly fine as well. You are still entered, but obviously better chances if you go all 5. But let's talk about today's deck, guys. This is Jund Superfriends, brought to us actually again by Hello Good Game. We played one of Hello Good Game's decks yesterday as well, with some minor tweaking. We did have to do just one quick swap in this deck as well. Lolth for a Wrenn and Seven. These were actually a 3 and 2 split in the reverse order, but I thought we would go for the Wrenn and Seven. I actually really like Wrenn and Seven. I also only had one mythic wildcard, so we're kind of sticking with that for now. But the deck is very interesting. So obviously a Super Friends deck, if you guys don't know what that is, basically it's a Planeswalker deck. The idea is that you want to get as many Planeswalkers as you can out onto the battlefield, and combining their effects, hopefully be able to win the game. So in that regard, we do have Arlinn, the Pack's Hope here. It does have Daybound, Nightbound, but it's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty Planeswalker. For +1, until your next turn, you can cast creature spells as though they have flash, and each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. For -3, you can create 2 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. On the reverse side, you can add some mana or create a 5/5, essentially making it a 5/5 werewolf with trample, indestructible, and haste. All of which is pretty good. Now, the +1 on the Daybound side, worth noting, we have very few creatures in the list, as you may notice, but in tandem with some of these other Planeswalkers, things like Lolth, which it can create 2/2/1 black spider tokens. Obviously Wrenn and Seven pumping out the massive tree folk token, and even Zariel here for zeroing it out. You can create those little devils as well. So kind of interesting. It's not necessarily the best, but I do think it actually has a lot of functionality here. It also, just creating tokens is good in these style decks. So we do have plenty of awesome stuff there. I'm not actually going to go through every single Planeswalker. We kind of know what most of them do. Zariel I will go through. 4 loyalty, 4 mana Planeswalker. Again, for +1, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain haste until the end of the turn. So this is a nice way when you're dumping creatures onto the board, you can actually give them haste and get an aggressive attack in very quickly. We already talked about the 0, create a little 1/1 devil that when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Very good. But for -6, you get an emblem with, at the end of the first combat phase on your turn, untap target creature you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase, which again works very well with the Wrenn and Seven. If we can get that big token out, we should be able to just finish the game in tandem with some of these things. So very strong. Lolth's final or emblem as well is quite good. So very solid. In the 1-drop slot, we do have Eyetwitch and Shambling Ghast. The Eyetwitch, of course, gives us options for the sideboard here with the lessons. We do have Deadly Dispute to help ramp us and draw us into some of our big stuff. Meathook Massacre, which is another win condition, truthfully, with all these tokens that we're spitting out. If we can Meathook Massacre, kill them all in one shot, and hopefully kill some of the opponent's stuff as well, then we actually could just win the game off of that. Esika's Chariot, very good to get through some extra damage, but then also give us some extra tokens. So again, copying like the Wrenn and Seven token is very good. Binding of the Old Gods, ramp, destroys any permanent, just super helpful and flexible. And then at the very top, we have Blood on the Snow, which is going to allow us to destroy all creatures or planeswalkers. bring one back from the graveyard as well, which is very, very good, and then Storm the Festival, which just allows us to essentially play some stuff here for free if we can get there. Now, worth noting, Blood on the Snow does count the number of snow permanents, so you'll notice we do have some of these tapped snow lands here, the dual lands, and mostly those are basically all of our lands except for these two, the Rockfall Vale and Haunted Ridge are all snow lands to help with that. So guys, this is going to be an interesting one. Again, Hello Good Game created this deck. I have not tried it out yet, so we're going to be learning together, but I'm really excited about this one. I love Super Friends, so let's see what we can do. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1, and this isn't necessarily an amazing hand, but we do have the Eyetwitch with the Deadly Dispute. I think we can go ahead and run with this. We also do have the Esika's Chariot, which is just a really nice 4-drop if we can get there, so let's see what we can do. I have high hopes indeed. All right, I'm just gonna throw out that Eyetwitch. Basic, nothing too crazy, but again, next turn we actually just get to leave up that Deadly Dispute, which is just such a nice little card, honestly. All right, let's attack in. And truthfully, I think we're just gonna end up Deadly Disputing almost no matter what, just to ramp us a little bit, get us further into the deck, and then hopefully, yeah, that's perfect. All right. Easy enough. Target creature. Perfect. All right. What do we want? Let's see. I think it's just environmental sciences. We do kind of just need to get some lands here, so I think that's easy enough to do. My turn. Perfect. All right. Let's do this. And I think we can actually go ahead and get Lolth down here. Now, this is going to use up one of the treasure tokens here. That's okay, because what we get in return are these 2 little tokens that can trade with the Brutal Cathar if need be, and hopefully just kind of push through some damage. Now, worth noting as well, we do have the 3 green that we're going to need for Storm the Festival, so we can actually set that up, and that's a big game changer. If we can knock that down and get basically just 2 cards, but 2 very powerful cards theoretically, with Storm the Festival out, we should be in really good shape. But we'll see. Also, guys, in case you can't tell by my voice and the way I'm probably rambling a bit slower than normal, it's very early in the morning. Our dog, she's right at my feet at the moment. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you got it. She's right at my feet at the moment, but she was up at like the worst possible time last night. It was like, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It was just so early, and I was so tired, and she was not cooperating or sleeping, and it was just frustrating. And so Caitlin was a sweetheart and like cuddled with her. We took her out to go potty, but like she was just bark. And she's a sweet dog, but she's a little dog, so she's a little yappy, and it's like, oh, please stop. But so a little sleepy, hence the coffee. So next turn, guys, I think we're just gonna Storm the Festival. Depends on what they do, of course. But we could honestly, yeah, I think that's probably just gonna be the play. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, we do have Blood on the Snow, but it doesn't actually bring anything back except for like an Eyetwitch at this point. So I think the play is definitely just going to be throw out this. Wow, that's really bad. All right, that was a terrible Storm the Festival. Let's activate this. We'll tap you and you. And I think we will attack in. If they want to double block it, that's kind of okay. I am gonna do this. They can block this, by the way. It does have Menace, but they've obviously got 2 creatures that can kill it, so. All right, cool. Gonna hit him for 4. And we'll end the turn. The only good thing about this is it did ramp us a little technically, so we're getting closer to being able to replay it, but it's not great. That was a pretty bad one. What we're kind of building to at this point is just a Meathook Massacre win if we can do it. By essentially just sweeping the board, so we can deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage with the Meathook Massacre. I mean, that's pretty worth it, in my opinion. Sure. Yeah, that's gonna deal a lot. Flying, First Strike, Trample, and Haste. That's pretty good. Wow, they just passed. Interesting. Okay. Let's do this. Interesting. Part of me just wants to do this and like kind of go for it here. Is that worth it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna say it is. It also ramps us with the Shambling Ghast here. We could have technically attacked in, I suppose, which maybe we should have, I don't know, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Like, our creatures were gonna die anyway, but I'd rather kind of get the damage off there, because they could have just blocked 2 of them and it wouldn't have mattered. Ah, okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 1 more mana and we can actually just... Are they just gonna... they're gonna get Meathook Massacre. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Don't particularly mind that, to be honest. Let's Environmental Sciences really quick. We'll just get a black source. It's easy enough. Throw this out. Let's throw this out. And now we can Deadly Dispute to draw a couple extra cards as needed. We also just have Blood on the Snow next turn, so assuming they're going to end up playing these things, it's kind of fine. Sure. Awesome. I mean, very good turn for the opponent, for sure. But we've gained a good bit of life at this point, and so I'm not terribly worried about that. So what we're going to end up doing is blocking the 3/3 to save ourselves that damage. Then we get to Deadly Dispute the Shambling Ghast. And this is going to give us 2 extra treasure tokens. We're not going to worry about minusing anything. There's not really a point. Perfect. So we do take 4, but that's fine. Go ahead and do this. And we can actually Blood on the Snow plus Wrenn and Seven. Or Storm the Festival, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna destroy all creatures. Let's get everything off the board here. We'll get a Lolth. And I'm actually gonna go for the Storm the Festival play. This has higher ceiling and perfects. There we go. That was really, really good. I actually think we get the lands. Although, Esika's Chariot might have been the play, but it doesn't matter. Let's play you out. And let's play you guys out. We'll crew this to go ahead and get an attack in, and that's gonna double up the 11/11. So we got 2 of those bad boys. It was pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they've got a scary deck, don't get me wrong, but we've kind of managed it okay at this point. And now we've got a backup Wrenn and Seven plus double Storm the Festival for flashback. Like, I think we're okay. Unless they can deal 20 points of damage to us this turn, which I doubt. I highly, highly doubt. Especially given that these guys have reach. So even this doesn't technically get around anything. I think our opponent might have just said, oh, okay, there we go. Oh, nice. All right, yeah, you got it. They get an 11/11 off the field. That's reasonable. But that doesn't save them. Truth be told, unless they play a second creature, these alone can kill them, so it doesn't really matter. Hello, good game. I'm liking this deck, my friend. This is pretty solid. So far. Prevent that damage. If spell... Okay. Huh. That's kind of cool. It's not very good here, but, like, that's pretty cool. Alright, guys. We got the win. Heck yes. Man, Jund Superfriends. That was really fun. Alright, let's jump into game 2. All right, guys, here we are for our second game. And do we like this hand? You know, honestly, on the back of Shambling Ghast, I kind of don't hate it. So the thing about Shambling Ghast, guys, that you have to keep in mind here, well, it's not a very strong creature by any means. It's actually really, really good in the early game because it's flexible, it's a 1/1, so it's able to block, and when it dies, you get to choose if you want to hopefully kill something or just throw out a treasure token and ramp yourself. So, like, it's kind of okay if it's just dies here. In fact, we kind of just want it to. And we drew a land, so that's helpful. You know, truthfully, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. They do get to replay this guy, but like, we're gonna create a treasure token. And actually, we're just gonna hold off here. The reason being, we want to guarantee that we can play something here. So I'm not super worried about throwing this out. Now the question becomes, do we want to play this or do we want to play this? And I don't really know. I guess maybe it's Arlinn. There's a blood on the snow, which is definitely going to be helpful. I think maybe it's actually this. The reason being, they can kill Arlinn if we minus it, like, immediately. Whereas if we use the 0 ability here, like, they can't just kill Zariel. Zariel? I don't know how you say it. But they can't just kill it. They're gonna get very close very quickly, but I think that's kind of okay. We do need some lands here. All right, that's not a land. So we definitely just do this. Definitely just do this. And we definitely just attack. All right. Not great, to be honest, but that's okay. We are also setting ourselves up for a very nice blood on the snow. And the reason I say that is once these die, we actually get to obviously ping some stuff. So if they happen to have like a planeswalker, or if they're, you know, in a position where we can just ping them, the blood on the snow is actually even better than normally would be. That's the great thing about these like early game little black creatures that we get a lot of, like Eyetwitch and Shambling Ghast. Oh, nice. Okay. Honestly, not that upset. We needed a land and we didn't get it. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, I mean, this is terrible. We're all gonna die. All right. Binding of the Old Gods is quite good though, because if we get a land, any land, preferably an untapped one, we can blow up one of these guys that they've sunk some mana into, and then we actually get a forest on the next turn. So there's hope. There is hope with the Old Gods. And honestly, they're not doing that much. It's kind of amazing. They have a Soul Mender in their graveyard, and that's it. All right. I mean, that's good. That's going to offset some damage, so that's a little annoying. And it's going to gain them life. No, are you serious? How? How? This is so bad. Well, I mean, there's nothing we can do. We're just not drawing land. This is a little scary. I'm trying to think what we can do. I mean, Binding of the Old Gods would be quite good because it would kill, I think in this case, we just kill the Phantom. Because they really don't have much in their graveyard to pull back with the Cleric class here. I mean, they can get a Soul Mender if they want. It doesn't seem that great. It does trigger these, which is worth noting. But, like... Alright, come on. Give me a land, please. Please, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness. What a terrible series of turns here. Alright, let's blow this guy up. That's also exiled, so they can't even bring it back, which is helpful. And now we've evened the score up a little bit here. The trick is they're still gaining life every turn with the elixir here. Alright, so they're going to bring back that Soul Mender. It's gonna gain them enough life that they can put some counters on it. That's fine. Perfect. Now we're gonna get all the lands, I'm sure, but let's go ahead and get this. Let's get this. I mean, I think we just get Arlinn out, or maybe it's Esika's Chariot. I don't actually know, to be honest. I'm gonna go Esika's Chariot. Maybe that's incorrect, I don't know. But I feel like that's not bad. We're not gonna attack here. We do need to get, maybe, is this the only one we had? Is that the only ability we could have done? Maybe it's not, I don't know. We've got Blood on the Snow next turn, so I'm not really upset about whatever is going on here. The double elixir is a little scary. This thing is gonna get massive, which is kind of fine. We just get to blow it up. I really like this deck. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very fun. All right, cool. There's a Lolth as well. These all have Death Touch, right? Cool. I guess we should have activated this, but it really, I guess not. It doesn't actually matter that much. All right, cool. What's in our graveyard first? Okay, Zariel. And we can bring, yeah, okay, cool. Destroy all creatures. Hey, with that. All right, sweet. Let's get Zariel. Again, probably not saying that name correctly, but it's fine. Let's get a treasure token. We gain some life out of the deal and deal some to them. And then we'll just zero it out. I mean, that's a pretty solid turn. I feel like that's pretty good. Granted, they can just bring stuff back here. That's terrifying. All right, so we need to deal with this. At least they're not quite at like +2/+2 on everything yet. I mean, not that it really matters, but yep. This is a really sick deck. This life gain decks in general right now are very good. So that's not super surprising, but all right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I think we end up just minusing this, so we have reach here. I think that's just the correct play. We'll throw out another little 1/1. Yeah. And I think we just pass. It's kind of a tricky place to be, but the fact that these have reach is very, very relevant right now. That's terrifying. So at the moment, we just need a sweeper, I think, right? Like another Blood on the Snow would be amazing, frankly. Which we can draw, worth noting, we can draw with Lolth, but I felt like we needed to protect our life total at least a little bit here, so I think this is just the right play. This is kind of okay because they don't have trample. Sure. So let's block here, let's block here. All right. Obviously just gonna ping here. These do put loyalty counters on that, which is nice. All right, and then they gain a bunch of life. Meathook Massacre is doing some work here. I mean, it's not great, but it is doing some amount of work. All right, first things first, let's draw a card. Not what we were hoping for. Okay. It's Wrenn and Seven. Gonna make a big tree folk. Definitely, I think the right-ish play. I think we just spit out another one of these guys. Now we can Chariot. I don't think we should. Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to pass. I don't know. There's not a ton we can do at this point. Unless we get a sweeper, we're in just kind of bad shape regardless. We've only got two things, so they are going to be able to kill a Planeswalker this time, like, no doubt. we should be able to block. I think they have to choose one. That's kind of the trick. Oh. Okay. Sure. I mean, yeah, you got it. That's interesting. Another elixir, my goodness. Yeah. I mean, I can't do anything about it. You got it. This is just ridiculous. Like, and the problem is, draw a card if their feels greater than your start, otherwise you gain 2 life. Okay, so the problem is that they just draw a bunch of cards and can refill so quickly that, like, even if we sweep, which we definitely will if we can, it doesn't really solve the problem. Yep. All right. Play a land. That does pump that up, which I guess is somewhat helpful. I guess we just have to storm the festival, right? I mean, there's not a whole lot else we can do. There's a Lolth. That's helpful. We want to keep this one. Should have tapped the other one. That was a bit of a mistake. Let's plus you up. And let's play Arlinn. We'll just spit out a couple tokens here again. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. Alright, so... this is such a weird game. We're gonna lose Esika's Chariot here, but I think it's okay. So we are gonna attack in with this, just to create a token of this. Or a copy of this. Now, obviously they just block here, that's fine, I don't really care. This is a weird game, guys, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, sure. They gain life, and they do get a little thing for that, but that's fine. Oh my gosh, what a game. It's already 28 minutes. We're gonna see if we can get a third game in. We'll see how long this one lasts. I mean, they're like heavily in the lead. All they have to do is 19 points of damage. The trick is we've got blockers for basically all of their stuff. Not that it really helps that much, because all of our stuff just dies, but I mean, it is relevant. And we do have Planeswalkers on the field, which helps us rebuild quite a bit. If Lolth lives, we might be able to get a sweeper off the top, but I just don't think we can still win. I mean, they've got triple elixir. I just don't think we can do it, truthfully. And they're not attacking, they're just slow rolling us like crazy here. They also have a huge deck. Why do they have such a mass? What is this? They still have 67 cards in their list. This person is a troll. That's all this is. All right, definitely just gonna play land. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Sure, gain your life, bro. That's fine. An Eyetwitch. How irrelevant. I mean, can we just give up? Is that okay? I feel like it's reasonable to just like pass. Let's just do this for the fun of it. We'll keep the big one. Minus. None of this matters. We're all gonna die. I mean, like, it just doesn't matter. I'm just gonna concede, guys. That was a stupid game. That was ridiculous. We're gonna try and get one more in. I know we're gonna go long with this one. I apologize, guys, but I do want to get one more game in. We're 1-1 right now, so let's see what we can do. All right, guys, here we are. This will definitely be our last game. The question is, do we keep this? It's not great, I'll be honest, but based on Eyetwitch with Deadly Dispute, we should be able to get Environmental Sciences out and hopefully get somewhere to Esika's Chariot or Wrenn and Seven. Both of those, well, that's a very good draw, actually. And then, yeah, we should be theoretically okay. That last game was ridiculous. I mean, that was insane. We definitely just throw this out there. Now we don't have to Deadly Dispute if we don't want to. But if they target it with something, we'll obviously just throw it out there. Easy enough. Actually, in this case... So what this does is set us up for a turn 4 Wrenn and Seven, which is actually very relevant. We'll take this, Necrotic Fumes. And what we can do then here is... Well, now we've got more options, actually. What we can do is Wrenn and Seven, and then spit out the token, or we can Shambling Ghast and Necrotic Fumes, which I think is just a safer play, so I'm gonna go that route. Let's do this, let's do this. This also doesn't use up our treasure token, which is quite nice. So now when that Wrenn and Seven does come down, it's a little bit stronger. We can also just Storm the Festival next turn. So I'm expecting that this will have quite a bit of quite a bit of removal. And maybe that's incorrect, I don't know, but we're gonna see. I'm definitely gonna Storm the Festival here. May not be 100% correct, but it looks like it was. Let's do this. And let's spit out that Tree Folk. All right, now we got a 6/6. That's relevant. Sure. Exactly what I was expecting. Usually when a white deck, like a life gain deck, is running black, it's definitely for just removal, which is fine. I mean, that's cool. Again, we kind of have options here. As silly as that is, I don't think that's the right play. Let's do this. I'm gonna Wrenn and Seven again and just do the same thing twice. Unfortunately, that does mean we just don't hit a land. The Binding of the Old Gods would allow us to get a land for sure next turn. But I don't particularly want to use it on a Dawnbringer Cleric. Seems a little unexciting. Now this, I will straight up destroy. Yeah, 100%. All right, let's plus up Wrenn. Okay, well, that was pretty good. Let's blow up this little guy. Before we do anything, that's definitely gonna have to die. And since we don't really have another play, I'll just throw this out. We're not gonna attack, we're on the defensive a little bit here, because we don't really want to lose Wrenn and Seven if we don't have to. We've got another Binding of the Old Gods, so we can just blow stuff up as we need to. For a Plains card, reveal its Coven. Okay. That's cool. What does this do? With the Coven, activate only if you control 3 or more creatures. Transform it into a 3/3 lifelinker. I mean, that seems like a lot of work for a 3/3 lifelinker, but maybe that's just me. Alright. Attack in, please. Forget that the Tree Folk has reach. I don't know why anybody would forget that, but alright, they didn't. Dang it. A boy can dream. Cool. Why didn't... Interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and do this then. Perfect. Oh, even better. Alright. That's really good. Let's go ahead and pull this. Let's play you. I guess actually, let's zero this. Put a couple more lands onto the battlefield. Might as well. We can do this for 5, which I think is reasonable. Go ahead and get that done. It just is a nice little 3-for-1 there, and sets us up quite nicely. So now we could just pass. Next turn we have Storm the Festival, or just Lolth plus like Esika's Chariot maybe. Oh, very cool. All right, cool. Binding of the Old Gods is going to be amazing. All right, let's throw you out there. Let's throw you out there. Blow that little guy up. Full plus. Oh wow, only one. Okay. We'll throw Lolth out. Get some creatures, and yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and play the Chariot as well. All right. That was a heck of a turn. And now we've got some value set up here. Destroy all non-land permanents. Well, that's just sad. All right. Lucky for us, we just have another Storm the Festival available, so it's kind of fine. It's not super fine, but it's cool. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Easy enough. And we also have Deadly Dispute in our hand, so like, we just draw some cards if they have that again. I'm assuming Doomscar? Interesting. Go ahead and do this now, might as well. Yep. Okay. Well, we're drawing quite a bit of land, which is a little weird, but that's fine. So what this allows us to do is flash out the Shambling Ghast, and that's going to transform Arlinn. So definitely worth it. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's attack for 2. We're gonna save the Blood on the Snow. We don't need to just throw it out there. Now we might. I would really like to kill that. That would be fantastic. I'm gonna do this. Let's create a treasure token. We kind of just need plays, so I think that that's okay. And plays we shall get. I don't particularly want a 1-for-1 here, but I think it's actually okay too. So let's destroy all creatures. Just gonna get that angel out of there while there's nothing else on the field, which is great. What do we want here? I actually think it's Lolth. So the reason being, this draws us extra cards, but it also spits out 2 tokens, while the Wrenn and Seven, while it does create a much bigger token, it doesn't actually win, like, it 1-for-1s against the Rampage here, so we kind of want to build up extra tokens as best we can. Sure, I mean, that's fine. Now they're in top deck mode. Which is fine. I mean, they can still do a lot of good stuff, but I'm not terribly worried about it, to be honest. The question is, do we want to play this as well and spit out a little 1-1? I'm actually kind of okay with it. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna spit out an extra 1-1 here. Again, just trying to build up extra value on board, so that way we've got options for... oh, I'm sure they're just gonna kill something here. Let's draw a card. Oh, perfect. All right, let's Storm. I really like Storm the Festival, by the way. This card is ridiculous. We actually play this for no value, and that's fine. Let's create the Tree Folk. I assume they can kill this, by the way. Which is fine. And let's Storm again. This is ridiculous that we can do this twice. But we're forcing them to, like, kill this now. If we get another Wrenn and Seven, which I actually don't know if all of them are dead yet. At least one of them is, which is fine. We do have to kill them pretty quickly here as well. Oh, Arlinn's really good. And let's take the Lolth. All right, so this we actually just get to throw out there. This we get to do this, And this, we give everything haste. And I think we did it. Woo! What a subset of games. All right, wow, that was insane. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so Jund Superfriends turned out to be really sick. Obviously, the games are gonna go pretty long. It is a Super Friends deck, so you're gonna find yourself sweeping the board a lot and then hopefully taking over right afterwards. But there's a lot of stuff that really rebuilds quickly in the best of one ladder, at least at the moment. And so you do have to be very cautious of that. That being said, I mean, it handled itself pretty well. I'm not upset about this one. So again, congratulations to Hello Good Game who made this deck, because it's killer. Well done. Very, very fun. If you're into a Super Friends build, I would highly suggest this. Very, very good. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you enter the giveaway if you are not already. Please subscribe. That is a great way to enter. And then check out the other platforms I mentioned at the top of the video as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you again very soon for some more gameplay videos.